This is The World Now, bringing you everything you need to know from around the globe. Amid U.S. President Donald Trump's threats to take over Greenland, the territory's prime minister openly rejected U.S. control, saying the Arctic island would choose Denmark over the United States. Speaking in Copenhagen, Greenland Prime Minister Jens-Frederik Nielsen said on Tuesday that Greenland faces a geopolitical crisis and would stand with Denmark under NATO rather than become a U.S. territory. Nielsen made the remarks alongside Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen one day before Greenlandic and Danish ministers meet U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Washington. Trump first proposed taking Greenland in 2019 and has again argued that the island is vital to U.S. national security, citing fears of Russian or Chinese influence. Danish officials say Greenland is not for sale, but remain open to expanded military cooperation within NATO. Global central bank leaders on Tuesday publicly defended Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell after the Trump administration threatened him with a criminal indictment. 11 central bank chiefs, including the heads of the European Central Bank, Bank of England, and Bank of Canada, signed a joint statement backing Powell and warning that political pressure on central banks risks financial instability. J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon also voiced support for Powell, reiterating the importance of an independent U.S. central bank. This follows Powell's disclosure that the Justice Department subpoenaed the Fed over his congressional testimony on a $2.5 billion headquarters renovation. President Trump on Tuesday again demanded major interest rate cuts, accused Powell of misconduct, and said he would name a successor within weeks. Market expectations remained unchanged, with traders betting inflation will delay rate cuts until at least June. The U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday signaled it will likely uphold state bans barring transgender girls and women from competing in female school sports. The court's conservative majority indicated the bans do not violate the Constitution or Title IX, the federal law banning sex discrimination in education. The case went to the top court after lower courts had previously sided with transgender athletes in Idaho and West Virginia. A final ruling is expected by early summer. Former President Bill Clinton and his wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, on Tuesday refused to testify before a committee investigating Jeffrey Epstein. In a letter to House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer, the Clintons called the Republican-led pro-partisan and said the subpoenas were invalid. Comer said the committee will move to hold both Clintons in contempt, a step that could lead to criminal charges. Republicans say they want answers about Epstein's contacts with Bill Clinton during his presidency. The Clintons deny wrongdoing and say no evidence links them to Epstein's crimes. Ji-hyun, 아리랑뉴스.